Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy new end game day. What with beating Endwalker, at least for me. How goes it? Say why he, thank you for gifting 5 subs. Hey, we were just listening to this song. So fine with his MSQ progress. I'm at work when he was streaming, so I have been working around the VODs. Working through the VODs. Really looking forward to seeing his reactions. Yeah! Center Parks for a week holiday tomorrow. Nice. That's not supposed to be on. Let me just make sure it's all off. Okay, there we go. I don't know why that was on. I guess I left it on. Whoops. But, yeah. Today, I'm going to start The Pandemonium raids, which is very exciting. Let's turn this up. Go. Finally caught a stream. Welcome. What song is this? This is Charlene's nighttime theme, I think. Flow nighttime. Hey Valerie. Oh look, you look cute. Hello. And Graha. Graha Tua. So, from what I understand, I did one of the optional dungeons yesterday, and it was the one where the Sage trailer music was, the really spicy jazz one. That was fun. Let's see. What was it called? Like Smileton? Yeah, Smileton. That was fun. I'm glad they still do optional dungeons. So, apparently, I could do the other raid or other optional dungeon as well. The thing is, I'm done. I've never like done this before where I just had 14 and I could just do whatever. So I think to warm up, I'm gonna want to do a dungeon, the other optional dungeon, if that's okay. Formerly known as Emily, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Kazardoon, thank you for the 3 months. I watched the VODs from completing Endwalker, and congratulations on completing it. Enjoyed the raids and continuation. Thank you. I'm gonna warm up with one of the new things. Did you start your own FC? I did. It is a private one though. I'm gonna keep it between close acquaintances and friends that I know. So, not taking applications. Jamingway. Ooh. Victor, you are Victor, yes? Oh, thank you so much for coming. In truth, I've been searching all over for you. You see, there is a most pressing matter for which I could use your wisdom and expertise. Oh, but we haven't actually been introduced yet, have we? The name's Jamingway. I had the honor of serving as the communications officer aboard the Ragnarok. So anyway, the matter I spoke of. Who did that? It was you, wasn't it? It began the other day when my curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to send a reconnaissance probe to Ultima Thule to investigate the environs. Imagine my surprise when my robotic friend responded just a short while ago with a most urgent and dire distress signal. A distress signal from Ultima Thule? Now, even after you and your your companions mercifully put an end to the threat of the final days. Surely this intrigues and worries you as much as it does me. I was just about to venture there to investigate further, but there's no telling what dangers might await, and I am a communications officer, not an adventurer, so please join me at Thomazine so that we may boldly go where you have gone before. Amazing. Alright, can I not just go to Ultima Thule? Alright. Thank you, Redo Scarlet, for subscribing. Finally, back to the normal Labyrinthos music. After all those times of having the hype music going. They really did start that hype music, like, far too early for that point of the story, in my opinion. Happy to catch a stream. Thank you for the dote. Victor, I knew you'd come. Clearly we have inquiring minds and crushing need to be of use in common. Any road, I'm pleased to report that the Ragnarok has already been prepared for our journey. A journey that, fortunately, will not require the massive quantities of ether that were necessary for our previous voyage beyond the stars. Because we're post-game now, and that would be inconvenient to have to explain that away. How can this be, you wonder? Hells if I know. Whether it is a parting gift from Mother, or perhaps a manifestation of Medion's true desire, this vessel is strongly connected to Ultima Thule. And also because we just want it to be convenient. So strongly, in fact, that it somehow simultaneously exists in both locations, here in Labyrinthos, and out at the edge of the universe. Is this making more sense to you now? No? Well, it matters little. Yeah, I mean, with something like this, I actually prefer for them to be just like, yeah, don't think about it. What matters is that we get to the other side and see what is troubling my dear probe. On that note, let us be off. What matters is there's content. Oh, this music. See? The Ragnarok exists here as truly as it did, and does, back in Labyrinthos. With the vessel forming a conduit of sorts, we may also easily teleport between the two locations. Convenient, wouldn't you say? Very convenient. Precisely because the locations are so indelibly connected to each other, however, I fear that whatever has triggered my probe's distress signal has a potential to threaten Labyrinthos as well. And so I would investigate without delay. Aw, this music. Let's see now. It would seem the distress signal is coming from the base Omicron, not far from me. Let's hope my automaton friend can enlighten us further as to the situation. How does this make sense? Well, do you want endgame content or not? There we go. Do I have Flying in Thule yet? I do not have Flying in Thule yet. I plan on getting the Ether Current sometime over the course of the week. Off stream. So this is the area theme. I thought this was just the theme of that. By the way, I'm in Instance 1. I thought this was just the theme for, like, that point in the story. Wow. This is a nice one. I need to listen to, like, the static, unfinished version of it. I love that it, like, slowly transitions from, like, staticky, you can't really hear it, to this. That's really good. Victor, this is my precious reconnaissance automaton, and yet it would appear this good-for-nothing bucket of bolts has gotten his oily paws all over it. Pray, stand still for a moment while I give it a good talking to. You miserable sack of sockets! What in heaven's name do you think you're doing with my oh-so-valuable automaton? Completing logic circuits. N7000 categorically denies the accusation of this, hirsute organism. An advanced lifeform such as N7000 has no need of such outdated technology. On the contrary, this unit took pity on this makeshift machine and the primitive society which created it, and deigned to issue a warning. Primitive? Outdated? I'll show you primitive and outdated, you... Wait, what is this warning you speak of? Initiating simplification. To explain in imprecise terms that your crude mind might comprehend, sometime after the organic lifeform known as Victor here came in contact with M017, the Omicrons noticed an irregularity. Specifically, a powerful burst of energy from the remnants of a lost world. No doubt a reaction to Victor and his companions defeating the Endsinger. Fortunately, the energy waves itself caused no appreciable damage. Less fortunately, it housed within it an encoded message from the strategic matrix known as Stigma 1. The message contained a single word, a single command: live. That seems innocent enough. Whatever's the problem? This message reached the sensors of Stigma 4, a logistic matrix that has long lain dormant. Shocked back to life at the behest of its fellow intelligence, it has resumed its duties in constructing weapons of mass destruction. Furthermore, there is a statistical probability of 99% that it will launch a full-scale assault on your eminently detectable home planet as soon as production is complete. Well, that's bad. Can't produce weapons if you're exploded. I'm gonna smack it with my sword. This unit projects that this would be a less than ideal. Stigma 4's production capabilities are necessary to ensure the Omicron's existence is maintained in perpetuity. Disabling or destroying it is incomparable with the command issued by Stigma 1. Is there no way we might simply change its mind? If Stigma 4 is convinced that war is essential to its survival, Could we not persuade it that an unprovoked offensive might threaten its existence even more? The grubby organic life forms proposition has merit. As a military information and operations specialist, this unit does possess the capability to rewrite the memory banks of other artificial intelligences. If this unit were to hack Stigma 4's neural core and implant the memory that such an offensive once led not to victory, but to failure and near eradication, it must logically conclude that preemptive attack is ill-advised. To accomplish this, this unit will access Stigma 4 and use a dimensional manipulator to generate a virtual environment simulating its memories of war. You must traverse the environment and nullify Stigma 4's expectations of victory. Oh, we're going into a simulation. That sounds simple and not at all likely to get us killed. What do you say, Victor? It can't be any tougher than Omega, right? Right. Commencing Strategic Operations Protocol. All participants in the mission, please accompany this unit to access the point at once. Jack in! Catboy, execute! N7000. Where are we? No. Neo Victor. Neo Catboy. From this access point, it will be possible for this unit to establish a communications interference with Stigma 4's neural network. You may be interested to know that this is the first time this unit has been able to perform its intended function since the day it was commissioned. This unit is honored and will do its utmost to maximize the probability of success. Are you saying that you've never actually done this before? You really had me going with your advanced intelligence talk, but at least my probe had work experience. The flea-ridden life form's evaluation is inaccurate. This unit is equipped with dynamic functionality. It simply has not encountered technology formidable enough to require its full capabilities before. Wow. Jeez, you're just gonna take that Jamingway? More specifically, this unit has succeeded in establishing the interface with the Stigma 4. All that remains is for you to enter the simulation and use whatever puny weapons are at your disposal to destroy the core and that lies within it. That should see the Matrix sufficiently traumatized. This unit will remain in this physical space to ensure the communication interface remains stable as you carry out the operation. And do take care. Though the environment is virtual, any pain you suffer will feel quite real. Alright, that's reassuring. Okay. So, let's see. I'm gonna take, you know what, Zeke, since I wasn't able to bring you into the final thing, I'll bring you along. Raha, I'll bring you as well. And Helen, since I had to not bring you along as well. There we go. Because I think Valerie, you were with me in the Endsinger fight, right? Alright, we do need a healer though. Would anyone happen to have a healer? Raha? Zeke? Helen? If not, actually, I could heal, potentially. I do have Scholar at 90. Only have Bard. Same. Goddamn bards. Helen, would you happen to have a tank? If not a healer, a tank? I have a healer, but I've not touched it in forever. I believe you. I trust you. Your choice between tank or healer. Alright. I trust you. I've got hollowed ground. Go. How's the audio, by the way? Loud, quiet, just right? Ooh. There we go. Audio's fine, just right, pretty good. All right. No, I'll be good. I would prefer to learn the fight just through play. Oh, we got no healer. Oh, are you gonna tank? You wanna tank or heal? I guess the stream is slow. You wanna heal? Okay. There we go. The Stigma Dreamscape. Hope I'm not rusty. I'm on healing duty as a paladin. Yeah, I am the healer. 2 tanks. One of them's also a healer. Stigma balls. Ah, this music. Good old Omega. Oh geez, the Omicrons are fighting each other. Chicken tenders! Alright, here we go. Not touched Sage in 2 months. I'm sure it's fine. Projection into simulated memory confirmed. You now witness the final war between our kind. I can't read any of that. With the Alphatron star. God, that's a lot of words. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. I got him. I got him. I got him. There we go. Ancient egg roll! I had one tank. Oh, in Smileton, I had one tank while I was healing would just not AoE the pack. Like, he would AoE the pack once and then just go to the next one. And because I was healing him, I drew all the aggro. And so I tried to bring all the mobs to him, right? But then I would die by the time I reached it. It was... Ooh, it was very saddening. Tanks. AoE the pack at least 2 times. Yeah, I've already done Smileton. It's great. I love Smileton. Part of the faction favored subjugation of the other stars. It created units for the upcoming invasion. You're rusty? Hey, I'm alive. That's all that matters. The presence has been detected. Sentinel units approaching current coordinates. Hey, if I'm alive, then you did your job. You can let the other Catboys die, though. No approaching command sectors. Accessing administrative memory to disable security systems. Okay. I am trying to read the dialogue, but I wouldn't go without a summary after this is going on. Whoops, I did that wrong. I didn't do well, I messed that up. There we go. Helen has a reverse harem. Stigma 4 detected. Eliminate the unit guiding it and destroy its core. Proto-Omega. Okay. So this is Omega before their final version. So this is like a preview build of Omega. Yeah, it looks all raggedy and janky. Oh, forward. Ah, I should have read that. Oh well. Chemical missile. Okay. Electric slide. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. Ooh. I messed up my combo. Okay, I don't know what this is, but just gonna... Oh, I need to run with it. Okay. It's okay, I'm a tank. It doesn't matter. Ooh, electric slide. I didn't know where to go. I wanted to be close enough to people so they could stack, but I didn't want to keep running around. I'll be okay. It's okay. I can use my Holy Sheltron and get some health back. All is well. It's only 2 Vuln stacks. It's not that bad. Man, this dungeon must be... This boss is hell for any casters. Brains DPS just have no problem. Yet again. Man, this fire lasted a while. Raid wipe incoming? Ah, have some faith. See, we can do it. Rear interceptors, okay. Oh no, you guys, we're not gonna beat the DPS check. Whatever shall we do? There we go. Nice. Ooh. Stigma 4 had initiated a vase of action, establishing connection with the next memory region. This memory region reflects our people's first encounter with another star, the subjugation of Gorhona. Ooh. Our objective was to obtain the rich mineral resources of Gordonite asteroid belt by any means necessary. Failure is not an option. Not an acceptable pathway. Commencing annihilation. Wow. So they're the warmongering, conquering robo-fascists. Alright. Jeez. Ooh. The Gordonites boosted their considerable advanced technology. Their machines proved inferior to the invading force. Imperialism is unsustainable. Yeah, it seems so. We should just show the Garlean Empire, like anyone who's still hardcore Garlean, we should just show them the Omicrons. Or that other Garlean similar civilization in the end day dungeon or whatever. Configuring data stream. Pathway connected. Also, another thing, the other tank that I was healing in Smileton, they wouldn't do their ranged attack on like the lagging behind enemies, you know, like that were chasing them. Like, you're kiting them, might as well do the ranged attack, right? So they weren't maintaining aggro. It's a very sad moment for me as a healer. I was lucky that there was a summoner in there, so when I died, I actually got raised. So that was good. Tomahawk is buffed? I saw. Tomahawk is the strongest tank ranged attack now, I think. What is it, 150 potency, whereas everybody else is 100? I remember I had a white mage not using regen because they said it was an overhealing ability and useless. What? The Lambda unit before you was produced in Gordona with local materials, as became our standard operation protocol. So they took the materials of the lands they conquered and produced more war machines. Yeah, I mean, even if it is overhealing, it's like healing so you don't have to, you know? You put the regen on someone so that you can DPS. So that there can be some passive healing going on the tank. Even if they don't need it, you know? It's kind of like preemptive healing, like putting a shield on someone, except, like, not quite, you know? It's hard to explain. Oh, geez. Oh, geez, my gap closer. Ah. That's what I get for using my gap closer as DPS. Regen is not worth the GCD because you can use a lily and build the blood lily. I guess so, but I mean like pulling before, like putting regen on before a pull, right? I know that that's gonna grab aggro from the bad guys, but as long as you stay close to the tank and they're AoEing, you should be fine. Like, you put regen on the tank, like, so that you can DPS a lot. Because, especially for bosses, most of the time bosses don't deal enough damage to be worth doing a full heal. You just put a regen and then they'll just stay at the health that they are. Even for mob pulls. Also, Blood Lily is a lot worse now. I mean, it was a DPS loss before, but it was only 1 GCD. But now it's like way more because Glare 4 is so much better than Glare 1. Oops. So they either need to give us Afflatus Misery 2, or buff Afflatus Misery, because it doesn't equal 3 glares anymore. Still worth for AoE. Yeah, if you you can, what I like to do anyway is I like to use my lilies during downtime between mob pulls. That way I'll have Afflatus Misery ready for mob packs, you know. But as far as like fighting bosses, nah, you're better off like using OGCD heals as often as possible. It has a strong AoE fall off? Maybe. I haven't looked at it for a little while. Lily's becoming OGCD would be a nice change. Yes, but I think that might be too strong. Also, that's kind of starting to step in the other healer's territory. I say buff the potency of either the heals or Afflatus Rupture, or Afflatus Misery, rather. Ooh. Stigma 4 has retreated into the next memory region. As this unit projected, this memory is our conflict on the Dragon Star. Ooh. The Dragon's assault has created a breach in the barrier and infiltrate the facility. Whee! I don't think Misery or the Lilies should be OGCD because the whole thing about them is to make up for your GCD, right? They're designed to be GCD makeups. Ooh, Hybrid Dragon. So their design is to be basically you using your GCDs now, and then making up for it by using Misery, right? I think their design as GCDs is fine. They just need to be buffed. That's my personal philosophy. Omicron's went all Borg on the dragons, yeah. Technically, it's combat Asphodelos, Misery. It's always been a DPS loss because it uses 4 GCDs. That is true. But even then, at least it felt okay, you know, because you're using 3 GCD heals to get a, oh my god, Omega Frame! Ooh, it looks almost like full Omega. Oh, it's missing, I see it's an Omega Frame. It's missing the core. Oh. So. It's reverse naked. Yeah, it's missing its insides. Yes! Fantastic work, Helen. Top-notch heals. Well done. They threw everything they had at the dragons? Yeah, it seems so. Stigma 4. Or... Warning, I never understood the mechanics of this one. Don't worry, I don't even know the mechanics of this one. Oh, it has no... Okay, it has no positionals. AI takeover. Additional data desired. Transferring Omega unit to present coordinates. What? You're just gonna drop an Omega on us? Okay. All right, no biggie. Yeah, just pull one out of the back. Just pull one out of the warehouse. Deploying Draconic Specimen. All right, Cyborg Dragon. Ooh. Yeah, put my dot on that one. Ooh, fists. I remember these from Omega. I was hit by them, even though they were traveling incredibly slow. Oh! Okay. So DNA means go out. Oh, open DNA. Ah! Probably go in. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Tall DNA out, circular donut DNA in. Mind hack. Mind check. Left face. Probably gonna go left. So, Oh, so then I can do, yeah! Force march, okay. Yeah, that's cool. Ouchie. Multi-AI takeover. Here comes a giant fist! And an Omega. Alright. I'll go get it. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I need to stop using my gap closer as a OGCD. I need to actually use it as a gap closer. About face. Okay. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. This absolute giga brain. Meow. Ah, shit, I messed up my thing. I keep doing 3. I need to do 4. I need to do 4 attacks. And then... Ooh, whoops. Joe is one of the few melee players I've seen that has figured out there's a safe spot behind the boss. Well, yeah, because the boss has no hitbox. You can go underneath the boss. Fun fact for any boss. 14 doesn't actually have hitboxes. Hey. Slash joy, yeah, we're having fun in dungeons again. Well, it does, but they're like 1 pixel. That's true. That's true. And that's only for you. Well done. I'm sweating. Good job, Helen. Here, you can have a heal this time. I'll heal you from now on. Well done, everybody. That was fun. It doesn't have enemy collision. I guess that's true. Operation status, success. Stigma 4 has abandoned its military offensive. Wow, and it's just right here, huh? N7000 submits new orders to Stigma 4. Stigma 4 is instructed to immediately cease production of all weapons and attack units, and initiate production of diplomatic hologram units. Analysis of memory data complete. Further pursuit of planned invasion is calculated to have a 99.99999924634 probability of resulting in utter annihilation. N7000's orders are deemed strategically and logistically sound. Reconfiguring production infrastructure. Take that, glowing eyeball. Oh, my dearest N7000, I apologize for all those times I called you a sack of bolts. Why, you're the most impressive military information and operations unit I've ever seen. This unit expresses its gratitude to the hero Victor and the soft-looking organic life form. This unit could not have succeeded without your help. This also marks the completion of this unit's duties. With the invasion halted indefinitely, there remains no military operation or conflict requiring this unit's functions. Preparing to shut down and enter permanent energy-saving hibernation. Shut down? What nonsense is this? Did you not receive an order to live just a short time ago? Eternal sleep doesn't sound like living to me. Come on, Victor. Say something and set this bolt head straight, won't you? I don't know why it took me so much to say that. Why not put your abilities to work for peace? Change your programming. He's right. You were told to live, and live is what you'll do. If you don't have a war to wage anymore, you can use your talents to bring in a new future of peace and hope. But what are those appropriate protocols? This unit possesses little practical experience in peacetime operations. You can access Stigma 4, can you not? By interfacing with its memory banks, might you not be able to, say, find knowledge of lost civilizations? Civilizations that might simulate for the edification of those who live now. Indeed, such a task would be within this unit's capabilities. But what about when the task is complete? Without an ongoing mission, sooner or later this unit is bound to lose its purpose. What happens then? Well, then you find a new purpose, right? Well, let's see now. I suppose you could always open a cafe. Back in Old Charlene, there's a fine establishment called The Last Stand. People gather there to share food, drink, company, and reasons to meet again. Victor delivered his world from the brink of despair and helped people dream of a brighter future once more. What if we could do the same for the other civilizations Medion found? This unit finds the furry lifeform suggestions difficult to process. And yet realizing accurate simulations of myriad civilizations, including those of the Omicrons have not encountered, would undoubtedly challenge this unit to the fullest. It is a reason to remain active for the foreseeable future. Precisely, see? I knew I was onto something here. Speaking of here, Victor, do you know anywhere nearby we could use for a good cafe? The Last Stand in Charlian. There's an empty structure that might be suited for it in Necropolis. Wow, why didn't you say so sooner? Oh, Necropolis. I don't remember where that is. Yeah, I guess this is the start of the, like, Beast Tribe turn-ins, huh? The Necropolis. Okay, that's where that is. How do I get over there? Zeke, mind if I take a ride? Or Helen? Mind if I hitch a ride? Got some? I can't fly yet, and I don't know the proper route. Here, I invite you to party. There we go. Ride Helen. There we go. Oh, is it a Hitchhiker's reference? Oh yeah, the restaurant at the edge of the universe. Was the journey up that traumatizing? No, I just don't know how to get here. And I don't want to wander for hours on end, because I do have something later today, so I'm trying to be efficient with my time. Well, would you look at that? A spacious counter, outdoor seating, and a fine layer of homey gray dust. Oh, this place! Best of all is the view of the massive dead star that Medion was lurking in for ages, looming ominously overhead. People are going to love this. Think about it, it's poetic. The very place where hope was nearly extinguished forevermore, now a beacon of it. This unit has not fully processed the concept of a cafe, but will simulate elements of lost civilizations as its ongoing mission. That'll be just fine, N7000. You focus on what you do best and leave the rest to me. I'll have you know I learned a thing or two about preparing and serving victuals and beverages in my time in the Last Stand. Not to mention that I've come up with the perfect name for our new establishment, the Last Dregs. An inspiring moniker, wouldn't you say? It fits the environment, I guess. This unit is unable to process this statement. It must defer to the furry life form's judgment. You get the 42 dialogue somewhere? Gotcha. Yeah, I remember 42 being referenced somewhere in Shadowbringers, maybe? I'll take that as a yes. Now, we had best get to work. There are many preparations to be made before we're ready to open. Wait, no! When we ate the carrot! That's right, when we ate the carrot! No, it wasn't in Shadowbringers. When we went to, the moon. The blue carrot. Yeah. Now, we had best get to work. There are many preparations to be made once we're ready to open for business. You're more than welcome any time, though, Victor. Oh, and please tell the other Loppers I'm not dead. Alright. There we go. And I guess this, there's gonna be another quest some other place that will be, continuing this. Data collection and analysis in progress. Please stand by until the next replication process is complete. Orb. All right, back to Old Charlotte. New bar. Alright, I am in Instance 2. And now we properly begin the raids. So yeah, I mentioned earlier, I do have a limited amount of time that I can stream today because I've got D&D with the Hijack crew at 6, which is in 4 hours. So I'm going to be going in 3.5. The Crystal from Beyond. It appears my calculations were correct. I knew that this very spot I would encounter none other than Victor, the hero who saw us from the final days. So certain was I of my math that I stood here for... Well, let's not concern ourselves with that. I am Nemgigi, assistant to the one Professor Claudian. We work with the Ochiascope to observe the ethereal sea and delve into its myriad mysteries. Some mysteries, though, are beyond even our capabilities to unravel. The strange crystal we but recently discovered, for instance, defies our very conjecture. You've been to the center of the star and far beyond it, however, so we hope that you may see something in this crystal that we academics do not. I beg you, lend us your well-traveled eye at Aporia. Professor Claudian will eagerly await your arrival. He calculated your position. Yeah, I tend to not worry about it. I am in Instance 2 of Labyrinthos. Greetings, Victor, and welcome to my humble laboratory. I am sure Nemgigi has already told you plenty about us, but allow me to introduce myself personally. I am Claudian, leader of this little research collective. I must admit, I've been nervous about this meeting ever since Nemgigi set out to find you. For a researcher in my field, there's no greater an honor than to meet the first man in history to traverse the ethereal sea and return to tell the tale. Professor speaks often and at length of your deeds, and he has no small number of achievements of his own to his own name. He has peered deeper into the ethereal sea than any other in Charlian, and the breadth of his knowledge is peerless. Peerless, perhaps, but for a single man, we must seize this precious opportunity to learn what we can from him, and perhaps crack this conundrum that has stumbled the three of us for moons. Oh, NGG is female? Whoops. It was we who peered into the fathomless sea of the Anti-Tower in the Dervanian hinterlands. We spoke with Heidelin and learned of the fate that would befall this star, the final days. Soon thereafter, all research was moved to Labyrinthos, and through the Achiascope did we continue our vigil. As impressive a work as the device is, however, it can glimpse but a fraction of the sea's infinite depths. Which brings us to the matter at hand. Not long after the Exodus was declared, we discovered an unusual crystal shard during a route observation. It appeared before us suddenly, as if propelled to the surface by some unknown force. We found that it possessed an ethereal density that exceeds that of normal crystals by orders of magnitude, and its shape resembles nothing which occurs in the natural world. It was made, not formed. Unfortunately, that was the extent of the information we could glean before we were forced to turn our focus towards the Exodus. The crystal was very nearly forgotten amidst the sudden upheaval. But thanks to the efforts of a certain someone, the crisis is now behind us, and we are free to resume our research. Thus did we decide to seek you out, the dauntless adventurer who delved into the unknown and beheld its innermost secrets, and now we would have you see for yourself. Well, it wasn't all that special. It was kind of a long crystal road, for the most part. You ever played Mario Kart? Here's the crystal in question. If it resembles aught you have encountered before, even by the smallest degree, please say so. Oh shit, yeah. Looks like the convocation. But it's got no stars on it. I know of someone who bears a similar crystal. Oh, it's Elpis' crystal! As I thought, you do know what it is. Please, tell me everything. I see. The Ashians use these to transfer their memories to new vessels. Fascinating indeed. It was plain that this crystal was special somehow, but this revelation surpassed even my considerable expectations. Similar artifacts have appeared throughout the ages, memories of martial techniques manifested as crystalline shards on the battlefield, or storied stones passed from master to student. Yeah, job stones! I think it's La Habrea's. It could be, but La Habrea's would have a, stars on it. This one doesn't. I don't know. I guess we'll see. A comparison between said artifacts and this crystal may prove a fruitless first step in unveiling its true nature. What do you think, Professor? Ashian memories. Windows through which we can gaze upon the convocation of 14. Unlike the crystal in Victor's story, this one does not bear the mark of the convocation. Who then could these memories belong to? Okay, so it's not Elpis, it's not La Habrea. And more importantly, why were they stored in this particular shard? More importantly still, why was it set adrift on the ethereal sea? Yeah, we only have Azim's crystal. And we did find all 14. Professor Claudian. Yes? I'm well aware that the contemplation is the key to breakthrough, but there's propriety to consider. We have a guest, one you invited explicitly. Must we do this every time? Oh, yes, of course, our guest. Terribly sorry. I do so easily find myself unmoored by the tides of rumination. Perhaps a more engaging use of your time with us would be for you to take up that crystal. If indeed there are memories stored within, they may reveal themselves to you upon contact. If anyone, message, come, Pandemonium, please. Faces, grave threat, Tsar, in danger. That expression does not bode well. What did you see? It can't be that bad, we're still here. Yeah. Well, we still have to go do it, is the thing. It's just like, you know, a singular timeline sort of dealio. It's like, we go, so this happened in the past, so we are destined to do it, but we still have to go do it. Pandemonium. That's not a word I've heard before. If my knowledge of the ancient tongue serves me, it means all demons. Not a name that inspires optimism, all things considered. How did you say it with the A and the E? Like, combined together like that? In the event that another star-shattering cataclysm is in fact bearing down upon us, I would have the aforementioned examples of crystallized memory to hand. Mgg, Lucianald, I trust their procurement to you. If there are more memories to be extracted from this crystal, we will find them. As for you, Victor, there's a person I would have you seek, the one who has delivered so dire a warning. Their story tells us that this crystal could very well have been made by one of the ancients. If that is the case, then discerning the nature of this pandemonium would require a trip far into the past, to an era before the Sundering. I know of only one individual capable of such a feat, the very hero who traversed time to prevent the world's doom. Wow, does everybody know about my trip into the past? I must confess, the tales people tell of your adventures beggar belief, and their veracity has been a subject of much debate among my peers. After today's meeting, however, there can be no doubt in my mind that every incredible exploit is fact. So I ask you now, return to the past. Get back to the past, Samurai Jack. Thank you. For the time being, you should keep the crystal in your possession. I do not think you have seen the last of its memories, and more may be drawn out as you approach the source. Safe travels, and may we meet again soon to share our findings. Graha probably gushed about it to people. I bet there's someone somewhere writing and publishing Victor's story and making loads of money off of it. Probably. Back to the first. No. Oh, you know Tataru's making Scion's merchandise. There's probably what's it called? A stage play that she's writing and publishing. We've hit the finale. How was it? It was amazing. I mean, there's not much I can say that hasn't already been said, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, we have this world with spaceships and magic and being able to reach the end of the universe, but they draw the line on time travel. Well, time travel is a... Space and time are two different facets of reality. One is definitely way more attainable than another. If receives this message. Come, Pandemonium, quickly. Ooh, that hurt. Oh my god, he's gorgeous! Could it be? No, of course not. Apologies, but for the briefest moment, I thought you were to be a dear friend of mine. I realize now that such a notion is preposterous. He told me a falling star would appear before me, and I suppose you must be it. Truth be told, I did not expect the expression to be so literal. Who told you? Okay, I am in, instance 2 of Elpis. Yeah, so my belief is there are 2 ways to do time travel correctly. You cannot do both, though. Unfortunately, this game does try to do both, and I personally feel like it doesn't work. But the best thing to do is to not think about it. The first way, my personal preference, is that there is one timeline. Things that happen in the past have always happened, and will happen no matter what. If you go back, then you have contributed to what happened in the past. So, you can't change the future. The second, which I personally am not a big fan of because it just means that nothing you do matters. I mean, time travel in general just kind of like opens up a can of worms about, you know, free will and what the things we do, if they matter or not. But the second one is alternate timelines, which means there are millions of alternate universes and alternate timelines based on every single action the characters take, which means for everything a character does, there's an alternate timeline where they don't do that thing. You know? So, even though maybe we saved the universe in this timeline, in another timeline, we didn't, you know? So, the one instance where 14 does try to have both is with Graha and the Crystal Tower, where, although there is a Graha in, you know, that has seen the future and the 8th Umbral Calamity, we stopped it. But if we stopped it, then by rights, none of this should have happened. You know, it's a paradox. So the best thing to do is to not think about it. I'm just gonna say it's one timeline and just forget about the whole... just not worry about explaining away things. Yeah. His future, everyone died, but this timeline, everyone survived. Right, but like... But I don't like the multiple timelines thing, because that just means that there are multiple other timelines where we didn't survive, and there are millions of other Warriors of Light and Grahatias and all that stuff. I personally don't. They explain it pretty clearly as a separate timeline. Yeah. I think that's the best way to do it, but I prefer singular timeline thing. I prefer to think that after Graha went back, the bad timeline ceased to exist. Well, that sucks for all the people who are still alive in that timeline. You see what I mean by it gets complicated and it's a can of worms, you know? Yeah, let's not dwell on it. Thank you, Glitter Apple, for gifting 5 subs. Thank you. Well, thank you. Because it brings up more questions than satisfactory answers whenever you delve into time travel. I just personally believe the singular timeline brings up the least amount of questions. My apologies for not introducing myself properly. My name is Themis, and as you can see by my bare face, I am not one of Elpis's observers. Rather, I am come here on an assignment, which has been more or less routine up until this very moment. You certainly do know how to make an entrance. I must wonder what brought you here, for it is plain that you do not belong here, or any place I know for that matter. Oh, so this is why. Remember, there's that scene of Elpis that was like, I remember you, but I don't. But I do. You were there, but you weren't. This is that. This is before he went all Zodiac Primal Elpis. This is before he was Elpis. Azim's familiar. That probably brings up the least amount of questions. It appears my initial impression was not so preposterous after all. I did not know my friend had such a unique familiar at his disposal. I need to draw Azim Victor. If you are here at Azim's behest, then I believe I can hazard a guess as to your purpose. You are here to investigate Pandemonium, yes? If so, we may be able to help one another. But first, might I trouble you to explain how you came to collide with my skull? Listen, so, like, Azim gave me wings, right? And I flew. Unfortunately, those wings were very thin on ether. I see. I believe that dispels any major doubts I had concerning your intentions. Apologies for being so intrusive, but you must understand this is an uncommon occurrence. They just accept the excuse because Azim is a weirdo. I love the osmosis of learning who Azim is through everybody else's, like, accounts of them being just a fun goofball, just a troll. I shall pry no further, for I am well aware that we all have secrets we must keep. However, if I may, I would very much like to take a look at this crystal of yours. Azim just did shit because they felt like it and would have just don't even bother asking the convocation or permission for anyone. Which is wonderful. Instead of being like, let me consult with my friends to see what I should do, they're like, yeah, I'll help you. Much like us, yeah. I guess some things never change, even with souls' resurrections. Fascinating. While I cannot say as much of what it contains, it is clear that these are memories stirring within. Memories that speak of something gravely amiss in Pandemonium. Souls seem to have personalities. Oh, yeah. You know, just like, I mean, we're very much like Ardbert, and Ardbert's very much like us, because Ardbert is a sundering of Azim's soul as well. He's also a shard, so of course he was also good at making friends and a man of action, just like us. The facility extends beneath Elpis, and it's overseen by the words of La Habrea. It houses those creations that are highly valuable as research subjects, and highly dangerous to the star. Naturally, it is strictly guarded and under constant surveillance. Several days ago, however, an unnatural shift in the flow of its surrounding ether was detected. Soon thereafter, all communications from Pandemonium ceased. He was inspired by Azim? Aww. Yeah, he did refer to Azim as his good friend. I'm here as representative of the organization that works directly with the Convocation, and have been tasked with investigating this incident. Now that there is some measure of transparency between us, might I offer a suggestion as to what we should do next? God, all the Ancients' eyes are so pretty. What do I want? Direct hit? Well, it's only 9, so... Direct hit's probably the way to go, right? Crit? What do I need? Never not crit? Alright. Crit determination, direct hit? Oh, I've heard direct hit over determination, but maybe not, I don't know. These can be exchanged for equipment by speaking with Mylene or Aporia in Razanha. Okay, so turn-ins. Alright. Ooh, where familiars dare. Direct hit got nerfed in 6.0. Oh, determination got better. That's good. Direct hit is more important. Yeah, that's what I thought for Paladin. Now then, my proposal is a simple one. Let us journey to Pandemonium together. Our destination is the same, and I suspect the arrangement would work to our mutual benefit. Besides, I should have no trouble gaining us both access. I do hope you agree. I would be loath to part ways from the falling star I had been waiting so long for. Originally, I had planned to conduct my investigation with the friend I mentioned earlier. He had also noticed the anomaly near Pandemonium, so it only seemed natural that we should investigate it together. However, he eventually decided that it would be unwise for us to both go. If 2 members of our organization were seen poking our heads about restricted facilities, it could raise questions, you see. I decided to go alone, but he left me with these words: "Fear not, for in my absence a star shall fall before you." While I could not comprehend his meaning at the time, I believe now I understand. He does have a way of being right about these things. Aww. Even so, his hints of what's to come are so generally more cryptic. I suppose I should have kept my gaze to the heavens. Suffice it to say, I am grateful for your presence either way. As for the matter at hand, we must first gain permission from the words of La Habrea for entry into Pandemonium. There ought to be a speaker waiting in Anagnoresis. Also, I like that Themis is like slightly shorter than all the other ancients. All the other ancients are super tall, but Themis is a babby little child. A child of a few thousand years old, maybe, but a child still, compared to all the other ancients. Oh wait, I can fly, I forgot. He is friend-sized, yeah. They did describe Elidibus as young. Yeah, Elidibus was extremely young. Yeah, look! Oh my god! Is this... This isn't the La Habrea we know, is it? Hey, you've got my hair. I sent a request for permission before setting forth to Elpis. With luck, we shall not be waiting long. Oh, this is just one of La Habrea's employees. I was gonna say. Just a rando. That's what I thought. Words of name essentially means their staff. Gotcha. What a fascinating etheric signature. In accordance with the convocation's request, the two of you have been granted leave to observe Pandemonium. I shall register your ether for the records. From this point on, you may freely come and go to Pandemonium as you please. Now that was a painless process. I take this as a sign we were meant to conduct our investigations together. Of course, while you have been permitted entry into the facility, the specimen's household inside must be handled with the utmost care. You are to heed the warder's instructions at all time. Those who conduct their work within Pandemonium are called warders for their role with respect to the creatures within. Generally, creations that pose a threat to the safety of the star must be undone. However, the words of La Habrea has deemed such creations as worthy of further study, interring them within the facility. Those who spend their days in Pandemonium are not merely researchers. They must work tirelessly to ensure that none of the subjects slip their shackles. For all intents and purposes, the place is a dungeon. Perhaps such a comparison arouses frightful imagery. But Pandemonium is a frightful place. I've seen my fair share of dungeons. I know not the purpose of your investigation, but if you discover aught that merits a report, pray do so with the utmost haste. Master La Habrea shall guide us upon the proper course of action from here. La Habrea is gonna guide us? Then I take it that means that you have detected nothing amiss of late. The warders have reported nothing that would cause alarm. Minor fluctuations in ether have been observed, but surely Master La Habrea would have acted if there were anything worth worrying about. I see. It appears La Habrea is kept well abreast of the goings-on here, then. I hope I am not overstepping my boundaries by asking, but you seem to be quite familiar with Master La Habrea. Do you know him? Oh, the stories I could tell you. You are no mere familiar, are you? Master La Habrea is not known for being generous with his time. That one would serve stories of his company almost bigger belief. Regardless, well, I doubt I need to tell you this. He is of the convocation. Take care that your actions do not hinder his work. Oh, don't worry. Nothing I do will affect anything. Because I've already done it. And with that, we are free to make our way to Pandemonium. The naos that will take us to the eastern bank of Lethe. Let us delay no further. Okay, I much prefer this, because my theory when Pandemonium was announced, and that it would have to do with La Habrea, was that La Habrea was going to come back again. But I much prefer this. I get a little frustrated whenever characters die and then come back, and then die and come back again. That is not to say that it can't be done well, but I just prefer characters that are dead to stay dead, you know? And La Habrea is dead. This is the past. This is before he died. He did not resurrect. He's dead. Yeah, comic books. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. I like this means of quote-unquote bringing him back. Which is to not bring him back. Just go back to where before he died. And not bring him anywhere. Just interacting. How dead is he? Cadaverically dead. Yeah, well. Yeah, he was stabbed into Thornton's sword, and he drank him like ether soup, yeah. I mean, I guess there's still a chance that they could be like, he emerges from Thornton's sword, but I hope they don't. I had to contain my surprise for the sake of appearances, but is it true that you too have met La Habrea in the flesh? I find you more fascinating by the moment. Still, I shall refrain from asking too many questions. Secrets will make our journey all the more intriguing. We shall come to know each other in time, I wager. Or else, why would fate have orchestrated our meeting? In any case, let us be off. Truth be told, this will be my first time beholding the fabled Pandemonium with my own eyes. Here's to a new adventure, eh? Aw. Alright, theory time. I bet Elpis is going to be inspired by us to be the first Warrior of Light. Ooh. It is much as I feared. The speaker seemed in such high spirits that for a moment I thought the ethereal irregularity not nearly so grave a portent as I imagined. Alas, 'twas a fleeting and vain hope. To gaze upon this complex network of chains and wards, the untrained eye might not sense anything awry. No effort has been sparked in making this place impenetrable. It's been spared. Even the finest of masterworks is not without its flaws, however. Someone, or something, is tampering with the protections. It is working from within, eroding them from the inside out. Fear not, there is no immediate danger. I reinforced what protections I could the moment we arrived. This will not put an end to whatever is occurring, but it shall at least serve to slow its progress. One small victory, though the road ahead of us is yet long. Yes, powerful forces are at work here. The silence in the air speaks volumes. While I do not expect a bustling facility, I see not a single warder. Our first course of action should be to seek one out, wherever they may be. However, there is something you must know. The magic I wove upon entering requires my constant awareness. That is to say, if we are forced to fight, I cannot risk joining you in battle. Should I lose focus, Pandemonium's protection will rapidly crumble before the force assailing them. Were there another way, I would gladly choose it, but let us at least be grateful that neither of us is here alone, trapped in hopeless circumstances. If we should fail to find a peaceable solution, then I hope I can rely on your strength to see us through. You have my promise. I want to be nice to Elpis. He's cool. He's pleasant. Thank you for offering your help so willingly. If weapons are drawn, I hope to be able to lend at least a touch of magical support. Creation magics do have their uses in that regard. I had it in mind to use your ether as basis for illusory allies that will fight at your side. Perhaps 7 shall do. Not exactly an army, but by the looks of you, a formidable band nonetheless. Wow, they even explained away the party finder. Then so it shall be. Now what, I wonder, awaits us in Pandemonium's pitiless halls? Yeah, can't have you use your crystal in front of him, yep. Oh, the first circle! Wow! God, this place is cool. It looks like... God, it looks like Castlevania. Look at this. Ooh. Yeah, it really does just look like a dungeon. How far can I go? So, fun trivia about these raids and the Alliance raids. These raids, unlike all the previous ones, except maybe for Binding Coils, is totally original and is not a reference to previous Final Fantasy games. This one is a 14 original, as will the Alliance raid be. So you know how in the previous ones, like Crystal Tower was a reference to 3, Alexander was a reference to 9, the Sky Pirates was a reference to, I don't know where Kate Sith is from. 7, maybe? Void Ark is a reference to 2? 12? Alexander existed before 9? Well, whatever. But Alexander was a previous, game's reference. Void Ark was original. Was it? Okay. Mach was mostly 14. Okay, my mistake. It's mostly original. Huh. Then I don't know what I'm thinking then. I guess maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Average item level 565. Oh man, better buy some classical gear then. I'll be right back, Themis. No, but you know what I mean. I know Alexander. I mean, all the raids are technically original. If you want to be like, oh, it's original because it's in 14 and these raids weren't in the... Alexander is not original. That's what I mean. Alexander is not original. Kate Sith is not original. Semantics. Like, let's look. Heaven's Word. Alexander is not original. Rabanastre, these are a reference to 12 and Tactics. And then Deltascape, all of these are a reference to 6. And then Shadowbringers, these are a reference to Nier, and then these are a reference to 8. Well, these are a reference to 14, but they're structured, like the background music and some of the stuff is a reference to 8. You can make me a sword? Bahamut isn't original then? They're in past games? Yeah, there we go. Bahamut, yeah. Yeah, Valerie, you got a sword for me? If not a reference, heavily inspired. Heavily inspired by previous games or other games, other franchises. It's just not equipped. So here's what happened, right? I was doing turn-ins, and I accidentally made the artifact sword my assigned gear. And because I spammed the button to turn in my gear, I turned in my sword, my classical sword. But hey, bright side, a lot of the gear should be cheap now. I remember when I bought it, it was only like, what, 50,000 gil? Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. So, let's see. Valerie, you can get me the sword. I'll buy the rest of them. I got a sword, though. I mean, a shield. I got the shield from the turn-ins. I am slowly grinding. So, let me get that. And pants. What are these pants? Oh, yeah, they're very gladiator-esque. That's right. And shoes. I think that should be good. That should be good. Last me a little while. Maybe? I don't know. How's that? 570. What do I need? I need 570, right? And I am 570 now. 565. Okay, never mind. 565. Okay, that's good. They're PvP reskins? Okay. Oh, she's gonna make me a sword. Go, go, Valerie. Go, go, Valerie. Go, go, Valerie. My pants? I dropped them? No, I'm wearing them. See? They're just really short. $570 is for P1S. Gotcha. 580, jeez. If you have a pre-made group, you don't even need 565. I'm gonna trust the recommendation. Go, go, Valerie. Go, go, Valerie. Go, go, Valerie. The Zillart, Asians, trying to restore the broken, sundered world back to the state of paradise unsundered, is the plot of 11. Oh. Alright, well, I guess no matter what I say, chat is just gonna correct me then. I'm wrong no matter what. You win, chat. Everything I say is incorrect. I'm not allowed to say anything or make any claims because chat will correct me. Wait, what happened? You forgot to eat food! Oh no! Oh, oof. It's like, oh yeah, well even though we're going to fight the 12 in the Alliance raid, Final Fantasy 12 exists, and that entry has the number 12 in it, so it's not actually original. 14 story isn't actually original because there are swords, and there are swords in other Final Fantasies, so they're clearly a reference to all the other Final Fantasies. Cypher, thank you for the bits. You finally got to ride Xenos after having him inside you. How do you feel? Mods ban that person? Just because you're right doesn't mean you're allowed to say that. Just because that's what happened. You don't have to phrase it like that. I believe in you. I believe in you. Whoa, what was that effect? I'd never seen that effect before. What was that? Is that like limit break crafting? Yeah, and Xenos isn't the only one that's been inside us. He's not special. A crit craft, interesting. You can crit crafting now. Did you not eat enough? Is that a thing? Is eating... Do they stack? Oh. I believe in you. I believe in you, Valerie. Need more CP on my gear. Let's see, do I have any? No, I don't have any crafting materia. In the meantime, I guess I'm going to... What could use some gear? This one probably. 85, 85, 86. What about Dragoon? Yeah, Dragoon desperately needs some of this gear, so I will use this. No, that's 80. 88. 88. 88. Do you really only have 48k gil? No, I've got like 16 million in my retainers. I just don't like to have it on my person because then I'm gonna want to spend it. You can just grab job armor. Job armor is not enough. Job armor is 560. I need 565, which I am past, but Valerie wants to make me a sword because she's cool like that. Yeah, out of sight, out of mind. If I don't see the gil, I'm not gonna be tempted to use it. Just. If it doesn't work, I'll give you the neutral quality one. That's okay. Don't sell this one. I won't. Regardless, it's gonna be better than this sword. Here, have some hot cocoa. Hey, she did it! Yeah, way to go. Thank you, Valerie. I don't know how much that must have cost you to get the materials for. Thank you for fixing my mistake that I did to myself. All right, let's see. Who wants to join in? Let's see. We can grab quite a few bit of people. Here, you want to join Pandemonium? And Zeke, do you have enough item level? 580, 570, yeah, you have enough. I'll have you. I'll have Rival. I'll have Graha. I'll have Seth, why not? And Elisa. Just everybody who's here. There we go. All right. We need one more healer. Would anyone happen to have a healer job? One more. Seems nobody likes to play healer. I can flex. I got jobs in all category. Let me get some better gear. All right. Yeah, take your time. Hello. Oh man, now 3 healers, okay. Need to get better gear to healer. Let me see, what is everyone at? 580, yeah, you should be fine. 570, you should be fine. You should be fine. Yeah, you're fine. Oops. You're good. Yeah, you should be good, Valerie. Unless you just want better gear, just cause. 560. Oh, Helen might need. Yeah. Alright, let me know whenever you got some better gear and are ready. In the meantime, I guess I can go get the, while I wait, I can go get the ether currents. In Ultima Thule. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that. Do you want me to tank or DPS? You do whatever you want. What do we got? We do need one more tank, so I guess you could be the tank, Helen. You can be the tank. 641 yalms northeast. That's gonna be over here. Let me know when your IL is good. Northwest. None in the dragon area, gotcha. Where are you at? Oh. Northeast, okay. This way? There it is. You didn't collect the Estinian currents. Oh, that's cool! So it appears after the dragons thanks to Estinian. Wow! Wow! Attuned to Estinian. 400 yalms to the east. Most of them are in the robot area. I know I grabbed 2 of them. That's cool narratively as well, because whenever I was in Ultima Thule and before Estinian's thingy, it didn't say there were any ether currents. Northeast. There it is. Helen, do you need money? I could give you some money. You need money? Or I could buy it for you. Southwest, so it's gonna be down here. I think I'll be fine. All right, if you say so. Northeast. Northwest. Ah, there it is. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm gonna grab it before they can get me. Yeah, thank you for drawing the aggro. Whew. Ultima's currents are pretty easy to get, seems. All right, you're 569. Nice. All right, let's see. Ready, check. Okay, sweet. The first circle of Pandemonium. Let's go. I'll save them. I must. Oh. Oh, geez. This appears to be one of the warders we seek, but I'm afraid he is in no state to answer questions. Oh, I didn't read all of that. Oh, he's using creation magics to basically, for us to create our idea of companions to fight. Wow. Look at that. Yeah, so this is an original design, I think, right? He's got a lot of chains. Ooh, harpsichord. Ooh, tank stance. Jailer's flail. Ooh, that was by chance that I was on the correct side. That skimmed me. Ooh, Mozart. Stack. Okay. Drag them onto the depths, oh chains. Oh, this is the theme of La Habrea and the Asians. Or at least it sounds very similar. The da 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 da. Cold spell, overwhelmed by the force of ice. Oh, I can need to stand in fire first. Yes, and then stand in ice. Yeah. And then I stand here still. Yeah. Ah, that's neat. Read your debuffs, everybody. That's my secret to getting good. Ooh, thank you for that. Shining cells. I'd rather white. Ooh. Ether chain. It's fiery, so I'm gonna stand in the not fire. Visual element. Also, audible element as well. Dan from New Game Plus talked about how he's got a legally blind, yeah, mixing it up. A legally blind friend that plays this game. So she uses audio cues rather, to tell. And there is a different audio cue for the fire versus the ice. And that's pretty cool. This game is designed really, really well, like, for the cues to be very noticeable. Shit. I ended too early. Slam shut. Raid wide? Yeah. That's very cool. I like that phase. Should have cost me my life. I will triumph. Jeez. What are they keeping in there? Ooh. Okay. Go. I could have just stood there. And the chains. Wanderer's Wrath. Hey, I know the Wanderer. Owie. The most dangerous creature, a dog with a knife. I remember, what is that, E9? Fun fact about E9. E9's sword is actually the old tombstone gear for Shadowbringers. The like dark whatever. That's the paladin sword. Yeah, E10, whatever. Yeah. Deep Shadow, that's what it's called. Yes. Yeah, that dog uses the Paladin's Deep Shadow sword, which is very cool. I was like, when I saw it, I was like, hey, I have a sword like that. Water and water and water is all I think about between E9 and 10, yeah. Because, like, the Eden raids were a big, they were a big Final Fantasy VIII reference. Hell, the normal, like, overworld music was straight from Final Fantasy VIII. When you're, like, talking with Reen and Thancred when you're in the Empty. Even the car was very Final Fantasy VIII. Go. There we are. Da, 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 da. Smile. Yay. We're not depressed anymore. That's pleasant. Okay, let's see. This one, helmet, shirt, pants. What do I want? I guess I could do with a ring. So I'll need a ring and a helmet. And I'll pass on these. Yeah, if you don't know, current tier of raids, you can only get like one reward per raid for the week. That was a thrilling display, and if I may be so vaunting, the warriors I spun from your ether fought even more splendidly than I had anticipated. Yeah, good job, everybody. I suppose they were cut from excellent cloth, after all. I should wait until this man regains his senses. He wears the robes of a wanderer, and I would of a warder, and I would be very curious to know what drove him to attack us sight unseen. It's like that until the next set of raids, yes. The next set of raids, then it'll be unlimited. You can just keep grinding and grinding away and keep getting those turn-ins. Four chest leg, 2 head glove, and 1 ring. Gotcha. Victor, he stirs. For Savage, it stays until next year. Is it not weekly for Savage? What came over me? It's coming back to me. My mind was filled with a storm of desperation, anger. I leapt at you, and though I knew not of your intentions. Pray accept my apologies, and my thanks. Had you not knocked some sense back into me, I may have fallen upon someone less capable of defending themselves. It's weekly, but it works differently. Less than a month of the next tier. Okay, I guess I'll have to read up to see how it works. I am Ericthonios. Ericthonios, a warder of Asphodelos. Asphodelos. Pandemonium's highest layer, and the place we are in now. Man, I really want OSP to play this game. There's so much for both red and blue. Tony? Alright, I'll call him Tony. Ericthonios. One must wonder why you were so desperate to keep us out. What is happening in Pandemonium? The creations interred with Asphodelos have been set free, and stalk its halls to no end but violence. That is not good, to say the least. Has this ever happened before? No, never. Each level of Pandemonium is under the charge of a key ward, who keeps strict control over the most minute aspects of their domain. They're selected with great care, and their loyalty to Master Lahabre is absolute. Yet something has gone terribly long, and try as we might to hold the line, the chaos within is overwhelming. I hardly realized what I had become, that I had become separated by my colleagues. I remember a chorus of whispers assailing my senses, and afterwards only flashes of rage and fury. Then blackness, from which I awoke to find that whatever had overcome me was gone. I see. Your senses may have been muddled by magics that affected the mind, perhaps the self-same ones that saw you separated from the other warders. Whatever had taken hold of me, thank you for releasing me from its clutches. That you've come here from the surface must mean some word of our plight had reached the outside world. If you know anything that might help us, pray tell. Savage TLDR, you get a book and a chance to loot from that floor, but if people in your party have cleared that floor that week, you get fewer chests, but you still get the book. And if you skip a floor, you forfeit all rewards from the floor for the week. Wow! Horror among horrors. So Pandemonium's protections are indeed being dismantled from within. By the same individual, or individuals that released its captives and set them upon you, no doubt. Such knowledge avails us little, however, if we cannot ascertain their identity. Themis, was it? You said you worked for an organization under the auspices of the Convocation. Were they to receive word of what has transpired here? what measure would they take?
Doubtless they would consider this place to be a lost cause. Pandemonium's ties to the outside world would be severed, or perhaps it would be wiped from existence entirely.
I love how people say Elpis was just a child, and then we see this dude. Yeah, well, a child by ancient standards. For immortal beings, he's only like a few thousand years old, compared to who knows how long, you know, everybody else has been alive. As I thought, were the creatures to escape into the outside world, there would be untold carnage. The words of Laha Brea would never risk that, despite what value the research subjects may hold. All the more reason to work with haste. If we can't expect further help, then it falls upon me to save the others. I'll not leave them behind.
You would go alone?
I won't leave the other warders to face certain doom. I know they fight for survival, even now. They wouldn't abandon their duty. They would see the creatures return to their cells at all cost. And so I must do the same. Themis, I know the request I'm about to make of you is a monumental one, but please, say not a word of this to the Convocation until I've been given a chance to set things right.
Forgive my rudeness, Ericthonios, but my decision cannot be swayed by emotion. You would only be considering yourself and consigning yourself to an early death. Strength to resolve alone cannot win in the face of overwhelming odds.
I like that they're white and blue and black and red.
That being said, our investigation has only just begun, and we would be remiss to turn back ere we've made an exhaustive survey. So, for the time being, there is slightly more than resolve to rely upon. I knew you would be all too eager to join us. Each moment since you fell from the skies has been more interesting than the last. More and more, you remind me of a dear friend. Which goes some way towards encouraging me that this matter will yet reach a satisfactory conclusion.
You think if Azim was told that he had a familiar that he didn't actually make, he would just roll with it? He would be like, oh, did I make a familiar? Yeah, sure, probably.
So you agree to help? For the moment, our goals align. The protective magics of Pandemonium yet hold. So for the moment, time is in our favor. Let us proceed upon the course you and Victor have set upon.
No hesitation. They would probably think they were drunk when they made that.
Themis and Victor, yes?
Thank you. The warders owe you a great debt already.
We shall be glad to have someone familiar with Pandemonium's halls by our side. A party of 3 is ever so much more entertaining than a party of 2. Now, let us turn our attention to rescuing our colleagues. Perhaps it would be wise to approach the gates. In any case, to have followed you out.
Aw, it's the Amarot theme. Alright, I guess I'll continue to get crit. I mean, the ancients can see souls, and Hades and Hethliodeus mentioned that they can see it, you know, see ether to far distances. So who's to say Azim didn't notice our appearance, you know? Didn't realize us being here. Some ancients can see souls? Yeah. But I mean, Asm's gotta be pretty strong, right? I also think that Asm specifically did not pick a side during the final days because they knew that we needed to exist to save the future, and so they allowed themselves to become sundered. Aww, Asm. All right, that's my headcanon. Aw, that's so sweet. Oh, and that's so bittersweet of Asm to do. Willingly let themselves get sundered so we could exist.
Now, sound can be heard from within, which means neither creature nor warder has made it this far. We should begin forming a plan to save them at once. Forgive me if I misunderstand, but do you mean to rescue the warders and creations both? Naturally. Although they may be dangerous, their valuable research subjects wouldn't see our labor. Our untold hours of study go to waste. I dare say La Habrea would smile to hear you say such a thing. That is, if we had cause to report this incident to him.
Smile? I'm not sure his face is capable of such warmth.
Ah, so you have met him before. I was under the impression he rarely visited Pandemonium.
Well, he does smile when he blows things up. That's for sure. I have, yes. My mentor was the previous head of this facility. That is to say, La Habrea's predecessor in the position of Chief Keyword. Her name was Athena. Ah! And she was a researcher with the words. It was she who appointed me to this position, in fact.
I see. I did not know there was a chief keyword before La Habrea. Your motivation to save your research subject is not entirely driven by duty to the words, then. You wish also to preserve the work of your mentor.
You have the right of it. I'm lacking in ideas how to go about that, however. I'm a mere warder and cannot wield intermittent magics. Interment magics. I kind of want to just, like, bring OSP along with no context, and then them just giving me trivia on all these names, and basically them predicting where the plot's going. But of course I can hardly expect you to be versed in the magic we use here. If you recall, during our battle earlier, I bound you in ethereal shackles. Interment is a more refined and powerful magic based upon the same principle. OSP would love this, yeah. And people have guessed La Habrea's original name. I bet with all of this information, people who are well knowledged in, like, Greek mythology would know his name eventually with enough clues.
While both are used to keep our subjects docile, only the keyword of each tier is permitted to use an interment. Even if I were allowed, I lack the aptitude to use the spell in any notable effect. Fascinating. I have some knowledge of these forms of spellcraft, actually. La Habrea himself established their foundation, if I recall. While shackles are meant to bind an object in place for a short time, interment freezes the very space around it for as long as the caster wills.
Indeed. While the illusory being you summoned in our fight suggested as much, I see your knowledge of magic is vast. Perhaps you've already mastered the art of interment, and I've been lecturing you like a child all this time.
I'm afraid my knowledge ends there. I have not the precise understanding of how the invocation interacts with natural laws that would need to cast said spells with any consistency. While I consider myself well versed in various magics, I would be ill-advised to assume the duties of keyword without instruction. That being said, if I were to learn more of interment and its inner workings, perhaps.
Leave the fighting on me. You two can figure out the rest.
dare say we can do just that. Ericthonios, you implied that what prevented you from performing intimate was lack of magic capacity. What if I supplemented your power with my own? Would that spell succeed then?
I can't say for certain. I've never heard of such a thing being done.
I believe it may be our best recourse. That is, of course, assuming you can perform the initial rites and incantations flawlessly. Even the smallest misstep and we could have to start over.
You needn't worry about that. I've seen the spells cast so many times that their emotions have been burned into my memory. I won't disappoint.
Very well. Let us work out the specifics afterwards. Once we do, we can test out our methods on one of the escaped creatures, though I suppose there is a matter of finding one. I would be foolish to rush in blindly, lest we find ourselves surrounded with naught but an untested stratagem at our disposal. Nay, I would prefer to engage a single creature that Victor could dispatch of his own if the spell were to go awry.
I agree. I may have an idea in that regard. I recall seeing the hippocampus wandering the waterways during my flight. Fun fact, I think the hippocampus is the place where our emotions are in our brain. Something like that. Perhaps it's still there. A few of the subjects housed within memories. Yeah, memories. My bad. Housed within Asphodelos are fond of water. And I believe we'll be able to engage the beast without fear of unwanted guests. The hippocampus is the powerhouse of the brain.
Then that shall be our first target, or perhaps subject is a better term. Before we commence with the intimate magics, the creature should be weakened to a sufficient degree. I believe I can trust you with the task. As dependable as ever. Once you have given it a thorough trouncing, we shall bind this hippocampus with the key ward's magic. Until then, my illusions shall fight by your side.
The hippocampus will be alone, but it's a daunting opponent nonetheless. Its magic warps the environment around it, and it will be at home amidst the waterways. Steel yourself for a fight. All right. So that I can play with as many people as possible, I hope it's respectable that I'm going to disband this party and I'm going to start a party finder so anybody in the audience may feel free to join us. For now, I'm going to write down all the names. Anyone who has played with me, I ask you respectfully step aside so that anybody who hasn't may get a chance. Thank you, Helen, Valerie, Rival, Elisa, Zeke, Graha, and Seth. Thank you. I'm gonna party finder. So I'm gonna recruit members. And let's see. Raids. Second circle. And it'll be hello, chat. And yes. I won't put a password. I'll leave it open. Boop. And if you wish to find it, all you gotta do is go to party finder. Go to go to party finder. Oh geez, people are joining fast. People know how to use the party finder. Hey, we got Kataru, Oberon, Luca, Loyo, Twiline, Minori, hey, and Alron. Hello everybody. There we go. Second circle. Shoop. Ha. I was waiting on private. My bad. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make private because the only people who would join anyway would be chat most likely. Well, Minori wasn't part of the last party, I don't think, right? Yeah, don't worry. Ooh. Oh. Thank you, Elpis. Have they any interest in doing Savage Tier for the glam or something? Yes, the weapons. I love the weapons. I saw the weapons and I want them. All right. Let's do it. I really like that the weapons look like they're carved marble. What is this? We've got raised platforms. I like this piano. I like that this raid is lower stakes than the last few. It's nice to have like a just nice, refreshing, just kind of. Ooh, I need to stack with a tank, maybe? Are you a tank? Oh no, I don't have to stack with a tank. How did I kill Alizé with that? I wonder what that is. I need to stack with one person with that. Ooh. Here? Oh, the top part is doing, like, an entire thing, whereas the bottom is doing just a line. Gotcha. How is this low stakes? Well, I mean, they lose a bunch of animals. At best, right? Or rather at worst, maybe? I don't know. I haven't exactly fully grasped the situation. They said a lot of words that kind of confused me. Maybe less devastating if the outcome is ooh, stacked Doritos. Although we could still die, the stakes of us dying is still there. Like, we're not because it's an MMO, but just because it's happened in the past and it's already happened doesn't mean we can't still die. It just means that we succeeded in doing whatever needed to be done. We could still die in the past. What are you doing? I'm gonna go over here. Yeah. They put the worst of the worst in there. Things too dangerous to be let out from what I remember. Huh, okay. But it is in the past, so we know that they didn't get out, right? Right? I like this, like, water going into the sewers, though. This is pretty cool. I could have sworn this piano motif we've heard somewhere before. I'm not crazy. Ooh, that took me a little looking. Timey-wimey, yeah. Oops, sorry, Valerie. Or not Valerie, Alone. Ooh, stack Doritos. There we go. Garlean theme? I don't know. I'll have to find it somewhere. Jeez. Knockback resist. Actually, no, it might be the Garlean theme. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I don't know. I wonder what this has to do with Garlemald. Isn't that Tsukiyomi? Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of motifs in this game. Emmett did create Garlemald's empire. He did. Oh, Emmett, you and your empire building hobby. Just making empires in your spare time. Oh, this pause has no positionals. Huh. Does it? It's got a circle all the way around. Yeah, it has no positionals because it's got two heads. So I don't have to worry about where he faces. Go. Hey. The head does have a positional marker, funny enough. Yeah. When it's like doing its thingy. Hey. Look at them walking in like badasses. Chained. Begone! All right. Need one more head. Hey! All right, sweet. Thank you for playing, everybody. So now I'm gonna get a bunch of jewelry. Well, no. Yeah, jewelry. That's what I need. So I'm gonna, the last two, I'm gonna get some jewelry. Whoop.
That was a trial by fire, or water, I suppose. But I had faith we would see it through, so long as we had your stout arm, of course.
Thank you for playing, everybody.
I knew that you were no mere mercenary, but to make such clean work of Hippocampus, the seasoned fighters scarce have occasion to visit Pandemonium, let alone display their skills. Mastery takes all forms indeed. Needless to say, our plan worked to perfection, in no small part thanks to you two. Themis's power was more than enough to complete the intermit spellcasting. Intermit. Spellcasting was never my strong suit, but that almost made me feel like a proper magus. Truly. Have you seen your ability firsthand in your fights with Victor? Having seen your abilities firsthand in your fight with Victor, I beg to disagree. Shackles is one exception, and 'tis only because I've been forced to practice it since I was but a small child. Other magics leave me feeling completely out of my depth. Regardless, it seems luck is on my side, to guide me to you. We may prove the impossible possible after all. I'm gonna get determination. Ooh. Proper mangoes. While our success is sealing away the hippocampus is certainly heartening, the fact that we have yet to see any other water concerns me. I can't believe Pandemonium is just... Animals are out of the zoo. Get them back. The key word of Asphodelos is nothing if not cautious. Doubtless he has gathered what warders he could and retreated to a safe area. Let us hope so. It occurs to me that I know little of the keyword, beside their magical prowess. Is there aught more you can share? The most dangerous zoo in the world. I guess that's true. I just find it funny. Ooh. Hello, Dracula. Of course, a man named Hesperos is in charge of Asphodelos. Not only does he have thorough knowledge of the creatures here, but he takes great pains to be a mentor to each of the warders under his charge. He has done much to ensure that I flourish here, in spite of my ineptitude at magic, and I have always known him to be the sort of man who faces difficult decisions with unwavering composure. Furthermore, keywords are not only masters of intermit, they can also bend the hallways of Pandemonium to their will without creation magics. With all this in mind, I'm certain that so long as Hesperos guides them, the other warders are safe. Why does he need glasses? Well, because he wants to look cool. Even if he doesn't have bad eyesight, glasses can be an accessory. I can see why absolute control over the environs is imperative. Had we faced the hippocampus upon arid sands instead of the waterways, I suspect the battle would have ended much more quickly. In any case, if this Hesperos is as capable and caring as you say, we could do well to seek him out as soon as we can. He has, like as not, taken your colleagues into a secure location. The safest place would be the innermost circle of Asphodelos. From there, they could flee to Abyssus, if hard-pressed. Even should they have sought safe haven within the other circles, if we make for the fourth, we ought to encounter them on the way. Indeed, and we shall gain a comprehensive understanding of the situation within Asphodelos. Asphodelos. I just gotta say it over and over, and eventually it will be second nature. I keep wanting to say Astopheles, which will be essential in determining whether we ought to continue down to Abyssus. The rub, of course, is that I myself possess no power to bend the circles of my will. Instead, we must proceed through the central corridor, which was barred by Phoenix, last I checked. Phoenix? Phoenix. I have heard the name before. A fiery bird with life eternal. Oh, like Phoenix? Beyond unquenchable brilliance, the perfected concept boasts nigh boundless restorative power, as I recall. Truly an exemplary feat of creation magics. Perfection is ever built on the back of failure, however, and La Habrea suffered countless missteps during his experiments. And he was hardly the only one. This phoenix will be but one of many attempts at the concept gone awry.
Aye. Far from evoking wonder, our phoenix is a creature of fury and wrath, and seeks only to turn the world to ash. Thus was it confined within Pandemonium.
Development of the concept continued elsewhere, but as the moons turned, more and more researchers abandoned the project as an impossibility, save for La Habrea and his words. When I received word that, at long last, La Habrea had succeeded where so many others have failed, I was nearly overcome. Pray tell, how did the Warders of Pandemonium celebrate their master's accomplishment?
Orgy. I don't believe we did. The research of the words of La Habrea has little consequence with our work here. Save for those rare times it charged us with a new specimen. Truth be told, I don't remember anyone making note of the occasion. This is just Jurassic Park. Yeah.
Welcome to Elpis Park.
But enough reminiscing. We must make ready to confront Phoenix. While it's possible that it flew off to some other wing of Pandemonium, we would make that assumption at our own peril. Better to assume that we'll need to bring Asphodelos' most unruly subjects to heel.
I certainly see no reason to delay. The Phoenix's power over flame will avail it far less in a barren corridor than elsewhere, so it may well serve us to subdue it sooner rather than later.
All right. Oh. Da 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 da. Hold on, I have the perfect music for this. Hold on. Ooh. Oh my god, it is Dracula! Alright, sorry. Oh.
It seems whoever is behind this can alter the space around us at will. We face an uphill battle.
Yeah, I missed some dialogue. I accidentally clicked. Impossible. If those were creation magics at work, then that means...
Let us confront the reality after we have conquered the enemy in front of us. Every drop of our focus shall be required if we are to inter Phoenix.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. Have at you.
All right. Party Finder, recruit members. Remember, if you have raided with me today, please make way for anyone who has not yet. Shoop. Be respectful to leave space for other people. Wow, that was fast. Oh, Amelia, you mind, wait, did you play with us? No, I'm thinking of Valerie. Whoops. I think? Not today. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Sorry, I've played with you so many times that I often forget who I've played with and who I haven't. My mistake. Okay, awesome, awesome, possum. Ready, check. I just beat this asshole in Savage. Way to go, congrats. Yeah, I'm thinking of Valerie, sorry. Amelia and Valerie. Very, like, both very pretty names. Whoop. He's a massive twat and wall. If it's the same music, I'm gonna play some Castlevania. Oh, it's not. New music. Oh, it is the same? Okay, never mind. My ears are leaving me. Ah. It's the power of the atmosphere. Okay. All right, let's play proper music. Let's go. All right, I'm ready. Da-da-da-da. Everything's on fire. Yeah, so was the Praetorium. Experimental fire plume. I'm just gonna block that. What the heck? Oh, oops. Experimental fire plume. All right, pay attention. Ah, this is an inn. Yeah, so this is gonna be an inn or circle around. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Well. Alright, tank buster. Double tank buster. Ouchie. AoE tank buster, okay. Stay away from people. Darkened fire. Ooh, ads, ads, ads. Oh, I can't hit those ads. Oh, do we have to hit them with the AoEs? Ah! Right wing. Yeah. No, my Confiteor. Yeah, I've seen these. Come back, I want a Confiteor. Come on, Confiteor. Yes! We need to separate them, don't we? Gotta keep them separated. Maybe not? Oh god, oh god! I guess not. Yeah, there we go. Okay, thank you for the provoke. There we go. We need to stand in these? I don't know. I don't know. He's putting it over there, so I'm gonna put it over here. There we go. Oh. there eggs? Dead rebirth. Okay. That's probably gonna hurt. Oh, it didn't. All that for a drop of blood. I've seen that attack from Dota. Ow. Oh. Okay, so they're gonna go in a... Gotcha. Yeah. All is well. Oh, rip. Don't want to stand here. Ow. I keep doing Confiteor when I still have 2 stacks left. Oh, the stock sound effect. I know that stock sound effect. Ooh, that's bigger than I expected. They're doing one based on Richter? Aw, I can't wait. Okay, that's gonna be an out. Yeah. Hold on, that's loud. Da 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 da. All right, so the safe spot is in the center until these go away. Yep. Yeah, it's a dance. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna stand away from the black mage. Don't wanna bring AoEs over. Da 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 Go ahead, Hana. Hana, do the thing. This is your time. This is your chance to be the hero. Or let the ranged DPS steal it. Hey, lasers. Alright, I'll bring the music back. There we go. Just a single slap. Lock him up! I love that Elpis is just like standing off to the side like, yeah, we're cool. Very nice. All right, I am simply going to get the jewelry. Yeah. And the next one I will also get jewelry. Whew. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. I forgot how fast raids are, like in terms of story, like that you only have to do like a few cutscenes. With that, the Phoenix is shackled once more. However, there is yet the matter of this arena. As you've told us, there is but one person in Asphodelos with the ability and authority to wield such magics. Though fortunately, it appears he has saved us the trouble of finding him.
A contemptible display, as befit of an inferior specimen. Even so, I expect it would at least delay your advance. Imagine my surprise when I saw the chains of interment drag the Phoenix back to its cage. Either the bird is even more of a failure than its creators cared to admit, or you are no mean trespassers.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world!
I had hoped our suspicions were misplaced, but alas.
Keyword Hesperos. Why? Why have you brought such chaos to your beloved Pandemonium?
Pandemonium, pitiless, impenetrable, and utterly steadfast, unlike those charged with its keeping.
What has possessed you? I don't understand.
Oh, Ericthonios, must you pester me with these inane questions? Think for yourself. Truly you can muster a theory or two with that dim wit of yours? Then again, you have never been one for insight. Why Master La Habrea suffers your mediocrity, I shall never understand.
You may look like him, but you're not the Hesperos I know. Something has warped you too from the inside out. The Keyword and I have had compassion for all those under his charge, but they clad in robes or shackled in chains. Be they, sorry. Was that all a farce? Did you hide your contempt for us all these years?
What is contempt? Those who are content to merely glimpse the water's surface are doomed to be dragged into its depths. You prove my opinion of you with every word. My mind is clearer than it ever before. Even now, seeing you feebly grasp for my answers makes the bile rise in my throat. Such wasted potential. To be son of Master La Habrea, yet no more skilled with magic than a newborn babe.
He's even got fangs. You can't say this isn't Dracula.
But of course, it's always about La Habrea.
Silence! You are not worthy to utter his name. For once, be grateful to witness a feat beyond your meager abilities, beyond your shallow reckoning. I have slipped the surly bonds of mortality. I have become one with our mythic creations and rid myself of imperfections. I stand upon the threshold of godhood. As a Hemisthos, Hemithios, shall I serve Master La Habrea, ever faithful unto the end of days. But enough talk! Have at you! And he shall require no other.
I think not.
Yeah!
Are you so blinded by arrogance that you have lost sight of what it means to serve? Ericthonios is more capable than you could ever know. It was thanks to his instruction that I was able to master the art of interment, both how to wield it and how to break free of it. Victor, let us quit this place. Whatever poison has corrupted Hesperos' mind, it is plain his power far eclipses our own. We must have time to gather our strength.
Ah, fuck my eyes! Weaklings though they may appear to be, it takes a singular aptitude to master interment so quickly. To say nothing of how swift that familiar laid low the Phoenix. Regardless, their noble aims will be their undoing, where they fritter away their strength in calming the beasts of Asphodelos. I continue my work, even should they survive long enough to reach the heart of my domain. Naught shall await them but doom. I eagerly await your arrival, Ericthonios. Even dullards have their uses.
This is straight up Dracula in Castlevania.
My darkest suspicions have been realized. We face the keyword of Asphodelos himself. More than that revelation, however, Ericthonios worries me. He loved Hesperos for his compassion, but conceived naught but scorn from whatever the keyword has become. He has said little since our return. I only hope that the shock of recent events does not prove to be a death knell for his resolve.
Wow, so he was his ex. No wonder he's upset.
Much as I am loath to disturb Ericthonios so soon after what just occurred, I'm afraid circumstances do not afford us the luxury of time. Permitted will do him well to speak about recent events concerning both the keyword and his father.
Ooh, I got a lot of messages. Ah! I'll look at that later. Hey, it seems, you still around? Sorry, I wasn't looking at Discord. Apparently Warbot from, Design Doc is here. I didn't even notice.
The creation of the ward which surrounds Pandemonium was an astounding feat of magical prowess, a feat accomplished by none other than Laha Brea. That both my father and I can bid others in chains is perhaps the only thing we have in common. Ah, so it's true. I'm Laha Brea's son.
Oh!
Bereft of his talents for magics or his brilliant mind, but his son nonetheless. Surely this doesn't come entirely as a surprise to you. Nay, I've an inkling when you said that you had practiced ethereal shackles since childhood. Assuming you hadn't been employed here quite that long, it had to indicate some long-held connection with Laha Brea.
Laha Brea fucks. Oh, I mean, they're ancients and, you know, they're still kind of creatures that exist and birth. I would assume that some of them fuck. Emmett fucks.
It was Laha Brea that taught me how to cast ethereal shackles, but that was it. My further education was overseen by the words of Laha Brea, more specifically my mother, who was a researcher there. You did speak of Athena, chief keyword before Laha Brea. She is your mother, yes?
Oh. So if his mom is Athena... Hold on. I don't know if Athena had any Athena husband. I don't think she had a husband. Son of Gaia and Phaestus. Athena never married. She married... Oh, Ericthonios! There he is! The son of Gaia and Hephaestus. Okay. Athena's parents are Zeus, the king of the gods and god of the sky. So... Gaia and Hephaestus. Yeah, this is actual Greek mythology, not 14. I'm just trying to see what I can find from here to guess what Laha Brea's name might be. Yeah, my guess is Hephaestus is Laha Brea. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, astute. I can see now why you were chosen to lead this investigation. You have the right of it. Athena was my mother, and it was she who invited me to join her here. Laha Brea had nothing to do with it. I see there is little love lost between you two. What I cannot say is why Laha Brea was appointed chief keyword when another was already in place. Could be Zeus. I doubt it's gonna be Zeus, but that'd be pretty interesting. Laha Brea doesn't strike me as the leader of all the ancients. Was in place. My mother is no longer with us. Yeah. A craftsman fits the bill for Laha Brea, yeah. And Laha Brea was all too eager to assume her responsibilities, with nary a moment spared to mourn her. What love do I owe him now when he offered not one drop of compassion then?
Ah, I see. She is no longer with us. An expression to convey the end of a life. I've known only the public face of La Habrea. While he is lauded for his ability to maintain composure in the face of unnerving circumstances, I must admit that he oft comes across as cold.
Apologies, but can we speak of something else? This topic isn't easy for me to discuss.
Of course, there's more pressing matters at hand, after all. Namely, how to deal with Hesperos.
Let's see, hold on. I wrote down the Convocation of 14 and all their duties. Let's see. Metron is aquatic life, and that was Gaia. Wait, no. Logriff was terrestrial, so Gaia. Gaia, Logriff, that makes sense. Metron was, Logriff's, like, significant other, or whatever. Halmarat, blah, blah, blah. La Habrea, creation magics. Yeah, that makes sense. La Habrea was in charge of creation magics. So, architecture. Yeah. Asparagus. Logriff is Artemis. Ah, I see. But, when Logriff was, Metron was Artemis, Logriff was Gaia. Metron is Artemis. God, chat. I'm just... It all makes sense now. No, because... No, Logriff was... when the sundered Logriff, I mean, is Gaia. Not Gaia literally. Unless Gaia was Logriff's name, because Logriff is a title. Logriff was not her name. Logriff was the title. Gaia was her name. So Gaia might have been her true name.
We have yet to see the other warders. Judging by what we know, we can surmise that Hesperos has confined them somewhere beyond our grasp. And now that he is aware of our presence, he will be preparing for our next encounter. We cannot expect to face him on equal footing. Quite the opposite, in fact. Every moment we spend chasing after the creations is another moment Hesperos can contrive another advantage for himself. The wisest course would be to find him first and foremost.
He said that he has become one with the creations. Perhaps that means he is vulnerable to interment.
In theory, that should be possible. However, is it enough to merely confine him, after all he's done?
I need to know why. I need to know what drove him to forsake everything he's worked for. Was it all truly so he could serve his master? To my mind, he merely put La Habrea's own work at risk in trade for some nebulous power. La Habrea is the chief keyword of Pandemonium. How would throwing it into disarray win his favor? It doesn't make any sense.
I share your curiosity, but we must consider that our enemy has us at a disadvantage in every sense. What do you think? Should we seek to put him in fetters, or would it be too dangerous to allow him quarter?
If you fail to confine him, I can always smack him.
Daring as ever, I see. I know not which trials you've faced in your past, but to see you so certain is all the convincing I need. Very well, let us try Ericthonios' plan.
Thank you, Victor. Oh man, wait. So does that mean if Emmett Selk fucks, then we need to find Zagreus, his son Zagreus, because he's Hades.
I believe I can shed some light on the nature of our foe. When Hesperus spoke with us, I noticed he bore telltale fangs of the Vircolacus, a beast which feeds off ether of its prey. Likely that it's the creation Hesperus merged with his essence.
Ah, feeds off ether like a vampire?
And we know all too well that he can change the environment around himself at will. The battle will not be an easy one, but I believe in our victory.
That's Greek vampires? Nice. Yeah, he's... Yeah. Zagreus is Garlean in this universe? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, Warbot! Warbot, you still around? Sorry, I forgot. I extended a hand for you to join. Let's see, I forget his character name. I think he's a vampire, don't quote me. Warbot, you in the stream? I forget your character's name. Let's see. Warbot. Yo. What? Hold on. Yo, you still on? So sorry, I missed you. Was not notified by Discord and also distracted by stream. Hesperos is the evening star, i.e. planet Venus, i.e. Lucifer. What? Venus is Lucifer? I don't know about that one. Zagreus did die as a baby in Greek myth. Oh, okay. I don't know. All this talk about Greek mythology and mythological stuff confuses me. Oh, we're about to type in. We need OSP, yeah. Yeah, OSP can clear it out. I was in P1. Oh, yes, yeah, Seth! Okay. Phew. All good then. Worried I missed ya. Venus is also canonically hot. Yes. Okay, whew. All right, I did get him. I gotta remember that Seth is his character. All right, new Party Finder going up. Party Finder, recruit members. The fourth circle of Asphodelos. A go. And we need a tank. There he is. All right. Depends on which myth you read of who Zagreus eventually became, because according to one tradition, he was reborn as Dionysus. Ah. I don't know what that means, but I've heard the name Dionysus before. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Shoop. Okay. Goat Cthulhu. All right. Siegfried Cookies. I love that name. God of Wine and Drunk. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that is yes. Zagma Man. Nice cock. Die, monster! You don't belong in this world! Pandemonium ill needs a savior such as you. Ooh.
It was not by my hand that I was again given flesh, flesh, flesh.
Ooh. Ooh.
I have awaited this moment. Witness the full measure of Ericthonios' power. There is but one master in Asphodelos.
Oh, he dropped the curtain. Ooh.
These halls are my domain.
Pinax. I don't. Ooh. Ow! Oh my goodness. All right. Well. Okay. Let me see. So it's a curtain. Is that supposed to be like a miniature of the map? So it's gonna knock us up? Is that what's gonna happen? It's gonna shoot us up in the air? I don't. I'll figure it out. Hell skewer. I'm not gonna stand there. Okay. I protected the tank.
If you insist upon this folly, then you must face the full extent of my authority.
Ooh, okay. White, green, blue. Lightning. Lightning means the center is gonna lightning. Okay, good to know. Green means, I guess, spread. And that one is, I guess, knockback. Okay, yeah, and there are spikes.
I shall feast upon your ether. Your ether turns, and by it shall you be undone.
Towers. No tank. Okay, no tank, no DPS. Okay, we've got healers in here. Okay. Interesting. So if you stand in the wrong one that you're not allowed in, it will kill you. Good to see.
Scummy vermin, ere my blade finds your bellies.
Southern shift. Oh.
This Clamus is no more affection, I assure you.
No mere affection. Okay, that's wing. So is he gonna do, like, left? Oh, ow! Okay, it's a knockback. I thought he was gonna knock back like to the left or something. Ouchie, ouch. Like the phoenix, I rise again. Bloodbreak. Balloon bursts. Okay. Explode them away from each other, I guess? Or, oh, grab it. Gotcha. Ah, they're assigned of who's not allowed to get it. I have 2. I don't know if that's bad. Too many stacks will result in doom. Gotcha. So we have to trade off. Mega Man spikes, they really are. Okay, setting the scene. Okay, so this confirms for me that the locations themselves are not dangerous. Lava. Pine-axing, which one? That one. I don't know. Stack. Okay, I can stack. Stacking's easy. Knockback. I'm just gonna knockback resist that. Too late. There we go. This is a spread, right? Yeah. I got this one. Okay, and then run. Ooh, I was very close. I was very close to that spikes. Woo. I like that. Shout out to this tank turning the boss even when they're right next to the wall. The melees, thank you. Yeah, it's the Azul-Kun. Alright, no tank grab that one, no DPS grab that one, I will grab. And grab, yes. Teamwork. Uptime. Decollation. I overrid my Confiteor. I really need to practice my Confiteor. I keep overwriting it or not doing it. We don't have to kill. We don't have to do mechanics if we just kill him. Mechanics are for cars. Hey. Nice.
Flesh, flesh.
Nice. Sweet. Ooh, Nosferatu. Nosferatu. Congrats to Ixen. Hey, nice. Okay, so I also got a weapon turn in, yeah? Yeah, so I'll need 7 of those, I think, right? Or 4? For this week? For like the weapon thing. 7, yeah. Nosferatu. But thank you everybody for joining me in this raid. Seven weeks of farming this guy. Yeah. I like it. I like it. For the next. Gotcha. Now, Themis, we end this here. Unless you plan on doing Savage. Maybe. I do want the weapon. The weapon looks cool.
Fools. I will not be put in chains. To think that I would fall before one such as you. Perhaps I should treated you with more than a mere nuisance. Asmore. Despite your victory, you shall never have the knowledge you seek. The secrets of my transformation, the secrets of my deception, they shall return to the star with me.
You are wasting your breath, Hesperos. We have the upper hand now. Surely you can see that.
Yes. My repertoire is not exhausted then, however. Although I have failed, my end shall be on my terms.
Oh shit. Wow.
I remain loyal to my last. Come what may, I die with dignity.
Right in the cravat.
How did your ambitions lead you so astray, Hesperos? You were better than that. Your star shone more brightly than any other in Pandemonium. You had La Habre's respect, his trust. What more did you seek? That you would forsake all that and sully your legacy besides.
Oh no! Anyway.
He became so blinded by his own desire that he lost sight of his duty. In the end, he lost everything, and his plans lie in tatters. I fail to see any dignity in that.
Even so, I would have liked to know why he chose this path.
Hesperos' infatuation with your father was his undoing. Perhaps he was so jealous that fate had chosen you, and not him, to be La Habre's son. So terrible did his jealousy become that he sought verboten power that La Habre would be unable to ignore.
This sounds like a familiar, a certain familiar Garlean lieutenant pining after Gaius' heart.
How does a pursuit for respect warp one's heart so? How does infatuation with one person turn into contempt for everyone else? I've never heard of such a thing.
It's not as uncommon as you think.
I see. I admit I cannot find it. I cannot but find it vexing. But perhaps that signifies not but my own capacity for bitterness. I do understand that it is to have a beacon to follow in dark times, a person you trust to guide you true. How it is to desperately wish their light would fall upon you again. But we have spent enough time assuming the intentions of the departed. There are the living to consider. We must find the other warders to round up the remaining creations forthwith. Or of that, at least, we can be certain. I believe I can be of help in that matter. The influence of Hesperos' magic is faded throughout Asphodelos. Now is the perfect opportunity to seize control of the facilities and restore things to their original state.
Seize control? Can you really do that? Duh, boy. Theory time. Tony becomes the next La Habrea and the La Habrea that we know.
What? What is this presence? Ericthonios, what lies beyond that threshold?
That's everyone's theory right now? Yeah. That's the passage which connects Asphodelos to Abyssus. Why? Popular theory? I don't think so. Well, I think it's equally as likely for him to be La Habrea as it is for us to meet La Habrea and that be the real La Habrea. You know? I think either could happen. I don't want to feel bad that Laha is dead. Listen, this is 14 we're talking about. It's a game built upon making you feel bad for the villain.
Be on your guard, you two. Now that Asphodelos is free of obstruction, I can more easily sense disturbances in the lower levels. Something stirs in Abyssus.
La Habrea is stuck in Thornton's sword. Well, he got sucked up, so he's dead. Ooh. That's the mark of La Habrea. A warding sigil? How?
Let us return to the gates for now. I should like to apprise the situation from there.
Elidibus would have had more of a reaction if this was our La Habrea. I mean, I chalk that up to they didn't know what they wanted the story to be back then. Or rather, not that. They didn't have the foresight to know that this is what they would write in the future, is what I mean. So,
needless to say, our investigation is far from over.
Pray wait for the next tier, yep. Yeah, that's La Habrea's mark in the center there. Yeah, world building is like that, yeah. As is the nature of writing a story over the course of 10 years.
Although we have defeated Hesperos, it appears we have but scratched the surface of Pandemonium's troubles.
My head is still swimming with questions. Or could this mean that Hesperos wasn't actually behind this?
It is a stark possibility, yes. The root of this crisis may lie somewhere much deeper than even Abyssus. When we first encountered you, you said the memories of your escape were vague and that your senses were muddled. I believe this was more than the result of a panicked mind. You were made to feel this way by a powerful magic influence. It is possible that this same magic would have poisoned Hesperos' heart, twisting his affection for La Habrea into a burning obsession. Then, in his altered state, he was made an offer of power he could not refuse.
Wait, are you suggesting that someone else turned Hesperos into that thing? If so, it stands to reason that that they wouldn't stop at him. Stop at him, sorry.
Indeed, our mysterious mastermind does not lack for subjects for his experiments. For more potential,
not even gonna try it. Potential strife. Chaos, you know.
If what you're saying is true, then my colleagues, they're doomed to share the same fate as Hesperos. Do not lose heart yet, Ericthonios. Hesperos challenged us alone, and that tells me that the process of his creation was a long and taxing one. If he was the first Ericthonios, and the rest of the warders are like still alive. However, much as I would like to hasten deeper into Pandemonium, the way forward is sealed off. We must focus our efforts on finding a way through. With the creations still having free reign of, Asphodelos, that won't be easy. On the contrary, I yet retain control of these circles, and thus can wield interment magics within their halls at will. The creatures will pose no threat to us.
Just like that. Then nothing's stopping us from returning order to Asphodelos. The next raid's coming in 6.1, 6.2.
Just so. I shall require your expertise to keep the peace after the subjects have been returned to their confinements, however. You are Asphodelos' sole remaining warder, after all. Truth be told, I did not expect this investigation to become so involved. Of course, I would like to resolve matters here without resorting to outside help, but...
Do you mean to send a report to La Habrea?
Nah.
'Tis too soon to say. Let us first find way into Abyssos. It would be best to withhold our judgment until we have ascertained the whereabouts of the other warders and their identity to the party responsible for their disappearance.
Agreed. Even so, if it means saving even a single life within Pandemonium, then I am not above asking La Habrea for help, should it come to that.
Recent discoveries certainly paint Hesperos' actions in a new light. The number of unknown elements in this investigation grows, and we must proceed forward with the utmost caution. To that end, Eric, Tony, and I shall remain here for the time being. Much as I enjoy your company, I do not believe we shall be needing protection so long as we remain in Asphodelos.
You should take this time to rest. Surely you are weary, and there may be more battles ahead of us. Themis' burden may grow heavier in your absence, but he's shown that he's more than capable to bear it. Still, I would help wheresoever I'm able. All we've achieved so far has been thanks to you two, and I mean to repay the debt I owe you. I don't know what use I can be outside of placating the creatures, but I'll find a way. Yeah, so if we don't meet La Habrea, or if we meet La Habrea and it's not one we are familiar with, then Ericthonios is likely our La Habrea, and we'll take on the mantle afterwards. I could see that happening as an arc, but even if it doesn't, it's not like I'm saying that is what's going to happen. I'm saying that's one possibility the story might go.
Nonsense, you owe us nothing. It was thanks to your knowledge of the magics which govern this place that we were able to come this far. Elsewise, we would have likely succumbed to the hippocampus's assault.
It'll be sad either way, yeah. It's all about the journey, yeah.
Each of us has arrived at this dire pass by separate paths, but it is only by combining our respective expertise that we will reach the end of it and see Pandemonium saved.
Aww.
Thank you, Themis. Hesperos' words seem to have affected me more than I realize. Together we've come this far, and together we'll reach the end. I've no doubt we will. Even so, let us allow Victor his rest. Besides, you have someone awaiting a report on your progress, yes? I dare say your story will be much more than they ever imagined.
Right, I'm reporting to Azim. But yeah, I mean, like, 14 has never tried to be a subversive story. In fact, 14 often is willing to lean into tropes and cliches. So just because we can see where the story is going doesn't mean it's not going to be a good one. My guess is where the story is going is we're going to see Ericthonios kind of have an arc about proving himself worthy to his father, La Habrea. And he already has, you know?
Welcome, Victor. Back from the past, none the worse for wear, I see. So, what did you find?
Well, I met La Habrea's son, you know, that guy who tried to destroy Eorzea all those years ago? You know, the guy who made Gaia's go such
So, there's an evil afoot in Pandemonium. An already ominous place, I must say. Mythic beasts and missing warders. Truly, we are fortunate to see you return to us in one piece.
It appears the voice Victor heard from the crystal spoke for truth. As for who left it behind and why, those are yet questions to be answered.
Indeed. It could be someone who lived among the ancients, or it could be someone trying to avert a tragedy from the future. Much remains shrouded in mystery.
People are just overexposed to badly used tropes, and so they falsely believe that the entire concept is bad. Yeah, cliché has become a negative term, but clichés are not bad. Cliché is just a description, a describer of a tool to be used. Just go look at TV tropes. TV tropes at the top of the page, at the beginning, it has a disclaimer that tropes are not inherently bad. Tropes are tools. And hey, you know, a hammer is not bad just because some people use it to smash windows, right?
Yet ilm by ilm we shall unveil that mystery. With the help of Victor, of course. By his actions was the fabric of the past reshaped, yet he returns to the same present he left. Which can only mean one thing, that his intervention in Pandemonium's crisis is but one of the countless building blocks of history upon which our present has been built.
Man, I'm a part of history now.
There's no telling what consequences would arise if we stopped pursuing this matter now. Whatever plot is unraveling within Pandemonium, we must not let it reach its conclusion. If one of those creatures should escape, what ripples would carry forth to the future? They might wreak havoc upon the world of the ancients, and their despair would leave an indelible mark upon history's pages. That despair would only feed the terrible beasts that arose during the final days.
The first final days have already a drastic effect on the eons that followed. If the scars it left were made even deeper, then we risk losing our present entirely. Oh shit. So it's one timeline, but if we don't do the timeline right, our timeline might be destroyed. No pressure.
Whatever the cost, our connection with the future of Elpis must be preserved. I know I've asked much of you already, but can I count on you to continue your work in Pandemonium? Your tireless efforts are much appreciated. If there is aught we can do to ease your burden, you need only say the word. Speaking of which, might you return to the crystal, return the crystal into our keeping? While we cannot accompany you to the past, perhaps something can be gained by researching it further.
No high stakes, he said. Listen, well, I mean, no high stakes in the sense that lower stakes than before. Sort of, I don't know. I'm trying to cope with the thing that I said.
It still shines just as splendidly as the day we met. We shall begin work right away, but I cannot promise any meaningful results for some time. And as matters in Elpis seems to be of a similar state, I must ask that you rest. But before that, allow me to make an introduction. As our research moves into its critical stage, I found it only suitable to recruit another assistant. Mylene? Mylene is an expert in armaments from throughout history, be they from the far-flung past or made in the most modern forges. Should you find aught... Yeah, it's turn-ins. Furthermore, if you would ever wish to pursue the records of events you have reported here, Nimgigi will be taking faithful and thorough notes. She's extremes, or rather savages.
I should have a rule that every time chat corrects my pronunciation, I'm owed $5. Not because I resent it, but it happens so often. I should be paid for it.
I sense that we have embarked upon something monumental, something that will dwarf all else I have accomplished in my many years of research. I can think of no greater honor nor reassurance than, to have your capable assistance in this endeavor. If there is anything to be found that will contribute to your success, we shall find it. We shall not rest until we have unlocked the mysteries of the crystal, and you will be the first to know when we do. Remember Discovery Channel's slogan, be the first to know? Wait, no, that's CNN. I'd be a millionaire in a month? Oh yeah. People in chat just can't help themselves. And I am bad at pronouncing. I'll go tenacity. Boop. What is stopping you from deliberately mispronouncing for profit? I would hold up my end of the bargain. I would try my best. All right, unlock savages. I mean, I personally, recount tales of Asphodelos. Yeah. Unlock savage. And they've been added to Stone Sea Sky. Hello, let's see the gear. All right, I can get circlet. Whoop. Shoop. And let's see, what do I need? I need that. I need a ring. No, bracelet. Bracelet and 2 rings. And I guess it wouldn't do wrong to... I guess I could get one for another job. Bracelet. Oh, I can only... Okay. Oh, I only had 2. Okay, I'm fine. Never mind. And... shoop. There we go. Perfect. And these. Look at that. Look at that. Like, it's so slick and clean. Look at that. Am I planning on doing Savage content sometime? Yeah. Possibly with my raid group. I do have a raid static. Yeah, look at that. And the shield, too. I love this clean look. Looks kind of near. Yeah, it looks a little near. The warrior weapon is my favorite. It's like a hammer, right? Yeah, look at that. The hammer and it glow. Yeah. Let's see. I want to see what the full set looks like. Hold on. For fending. Oh, it's kind of like ancient styled. Look at that. Okay, I have seen this. Yeah, it's very ancient styled. How's it dye? Ooh. If you dye it, the inside becomes black. Oh, that's cool. So if I do like that. Fashion fantasy, yeah. I need to stop. Victor, when will you stop dyeing things white? Never. You can dye this red? Yeah. Oh, that looks good. How does healing look? I want to look at healing. Oh yeah, these books. These books look good. Look at that. I really like books with like circular sigils on them. That's very cool. Are they the same? Oh wait, yeah, I've seen these. I've seen Very wearing these. Yeah, I've seen these. We'll put on the whole set, regardless. Thigh-high boots. Oh, thigh-high toe boots. Look at that. Sandals. Thigh-high sandals. Reminds me of Nier. Looks a little Nier-esque, yeah, a little bit.
How does aiming look? Yeah, it seems they've opted for the circlets this time around. Okay, I kind of like that. Oops. Oh, I can't die this one. Gotta die the other one. Not that I'll be likely to get these, but... Ooh, a hint of white. I like the shoulder cape. Are there poofy winter clothes? Oh, plenty. I'll be right back. Oh, wait. Actually, it might be close for me to call stream because D&D is in about 40 minutes. So... I think this might be a good place to call it, actually. Perfect place to call it. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I guess. So, since you're here, I can tell you about my new stream schedule now that I've beaten Endwalker and am adjusting a few things now that I've also beaten Halo Infinite. So the new stream schedule is going to be Final Fantasy no longer going to be on Fridays. So no longer Final Fantasy Fridays. They're going to be on Sundays. Sunday Final Fantasy. I might stream Saturdays when I raid it, when I eventually get enough people to do current raid stuff. I won't be very interactive with chat, apologies, because I'll just be focusing on the raid, but I will be broadcasting for the sake of anybody who wishes to watch the experience. Isn't it already Sunday? Well, I guess I did move it to Sundays, but last Sunday I didn't play anything, I didn't stream anything. So, Final Fantasy will be Sundays from now on instead of Fridays. And Fridays, starting this Friday, will be Monster Hunter Rise. I'm gonna try and get back into the game and see how I feel with a higher frame rate. But, yeah. I hope to see you guys then. And, are we going to raid as an FC? Yeah, okay, I guess I could do some of those. I'll have to figure it out. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But, yeah. Fridays will now be Monster Hunter Rise. Sundays will be Final Fantasy XIV. Sometimes Saturdays, whenever I raid with my group. Though low interaction streams. Wednesdays will be Necro Hunt for a little while longer. When I finish Necro Hunt, Wednesdays will be something different. Hopefully something you guys look forward to. Let's see, who do we raid? Who do we raid? Who do we raid today? Let me find someone to raid.
Yeah, they're cheering because I just wiped.
Ooh, if you want to see a Savage Raider, there's someone named Quezzy. I don't know how I started following her, but she is doing Savage P3, Phoenix. So, send them some love. Everyone shout, what is a man? Because this whole raid tier is Castlevania. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye. What is a man?